And one of the things that I love about this presenter is just how gracious she is. Every time I see her, she makes me feel as though I am so important and that I matter to her. And that is a power, a true power that not many people have. She's absolutely amazing, you guys. Please, everybody, get ready to give a clappy clap, a hand wave, but let's give a huge Grow Week welcome to our presenter, facilitator, trainer today, 11-star platinum, 8-star executive, Tara Romano.
I'm gonna clap too because I can't hear you guys. Thank you so much, Chris. Can we just give a shout out to Chris and the corporate team and just how amazing they are with how much work and everything that they put into what goes behind the scenes is really, it's a lot, and we're so grateful for you guys, so thank you. And welcome everybody. I'm super excited you're here. I just wanna switch something really quick. Okay, cool. So I don't know a lot of you on here, so I'm gonna start sharing my story with Isagenix, and it's so funny because I think it's this month of 2009 was when I actually enrolled for the first time. So about 11 years ago during Christmas, my sister Alexis Romano gifted me Isagenix for Christmas. Walked into my mom's house in the foyer, it was not wrapped, and she was pretty much like, Merry Christmas. So little did I know that box would literally change my life. So at the time, I was going to school full-time for health and phys ed, and I was working full-time as a bartender, and I was also working part-time as a fitness instructor. So, and I just never really felt the part. Like I was very much a do as I say, not as I do fitness instructor. And I always struggled with that, like anywhere from like 10 to 20 pounds. I would literally teach 3 classes in a row, and then I would drive home and go to 7-Eleven and grab like a sandwich and chips. So I knew what to tell people to eat, but I wasn't doing it. And I used to drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee so light and sweet that when I sipped the drink, I could chew the sugar from the bottom because I was always exhausted. And I was, you know, I was going to school full time. I was working full time as a bartender. Like I was tired, you know? So, and then I also couldn't make ends meet financially. I would always stand behind the bar. Like this would happen on a weekly schedule where I would write Sunday through Saturday. I would write down all the jobs I had because I never had less than 3. In my last year having W-2 forms, I literally had seven W-2 forms. I would write down how much money I created from like all the jobs I have, just to, and my bills to see how much I would have left over. So needless to say, I tried the products. They were amazing, as you all know, because you wouldn't be on here if you weren't. And my sister told me about the business. I wanted nothing to do with it. But at the time, you know, I finished college and I was not wanting to be a bartender anymore. And I was still looking to make ends meet. And I was more than qualified for the job that I was looking for. So after many nights of calling my sister crying, just like being frustrated with life, she said, do this business with me or find someone else to cry to. And I really didn't have anybody else at the time. So it was really in that moment that I committed to learning more about what network marketing was. So that is the Reader's Digest version of my story. So now I literally am like living the life that I had always dreamed of. I actually just, I'm in Florida right now. I just finished a Joe Dispenza event, which was so amazing. He did a team training for us years ago. But anyway, I want to start off with, type in the chat because I want this to be really interactive. If you're brand new to Isagenix, this is like one of your first trainings that you've ever been on. Like if you're brand new. Or how long you've been doing Isagenix for? Type that in the chat. How long have you been doing Isagenix for? Just so I can get 2 months. Okay, perfect. 13 years, 2 years. I love it. So many different, 11 years. Amazing. Awesome. Okay. As you're typing those in, guys, I want to read you this quote. And it says, just because you haven't led a life that inspired people yesterday doesn't mean you can't step into the highest version of your greatest vision today. So I'm going to say that one more time. Just because you haven't led a life that inspired people yesterday doesn't mean you can't step into the highest version of your greatest vision today. So basically, whatever happened yesterday it's done and over with, and we can't do anything about it. That goes for changing anything that happened, and talking about the negative experiences and what you wish would have happened is not going to do anything for today. So I like to do things where we kind of change our states. So it's so interesting doing trainings on Zoom, and this is just like kind of what our life is. So I want to kind of see, I want us to change our state a little bit now. So what we're going to do, this is going to be a little interactive. So put your pen down, put your phone down. I want everyone to look up at the screen. And these are things that you can actually do before you do a reach out or before you do a post, because sometimes, you know, I think there's a lot of us on these calls where there's many parents who have children and multiple jobs, very much of like how I did, and just feel like they didn't have time. So to add something else onto your plate, you're kind of like, all right, like I got to check this off. But really, it's the state that you're in behind what you're doing that's going to translate through your post or a video that you're doing. So I want everybody to shake it out. And I learned, I don't remember what event I learned this for, but changing state can be many different things, whether you're like want to dance around or can't hear you. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to clap 10 times, and we're going to say yes, 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 10 times. Then we're going to say, whoa, yes, today is going to be a great day, because I'm feeling some of you guys don't look so happy right now, but after this, I think we're going to get some smiles. So we're going to do this 2 times. You're going to clap with me. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do it together. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 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 yes. Whoa, yes, today's going to be a great day. One more time. Yes, 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 yes. Whoa, yes, today's going to be a great day. I know some of you are like, I'm turning my camera off. I'm not doing this. But like, just sit in your body. How do you feel now than how you felt literally like 30 seconds ago? I know I needed it. All right. So, okay, what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is connecting and prospecting. This is a relationship. I call it relationship marketing. Like, what we're doing is we're formulating relationships to not formulating relationships necessarily to get people to do the products or in the business. That's really our end goal, right? But what we want to do is really formulate relationships, so eventually we can see if what we have is the right fit for the people that we're meeting. And the majority of the way we're going to do this is online. So with that said, I actually wanted to read something first, but, and then I'm going to have you guys do something. So one of the books that I recommend that you guys get if you have not is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I feel like I use this book often when I'm doing power hours a lot lately. So again, it's the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I believe it's by John Maxwell. And 2 of the laws that I'm going to briefly touch on today really have to do with connecting. We're energy beings. We're always connecting, right? And 2 of the laws, the first one is the law of influence. So I'm going to read you a couple things really quick. Leadership, the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing less and nothing more. So I want you to think about that. Leadership is the true measure of the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing less or nothing more. And I want you to think about that, because we're influencing people all the time. And you parents out there, you're always trying to influence your children to, like, whether it's brush their teeth or go to bed. So what we do in this business is really just about influencing people, right? And we can do that in so many different ways. And one of the things we're going to do today is you're going to really get in touch with the way of how you can influence people that you might not really even realize that yet. So that being the case, why do some people emerge as leaders, why others can't influence people no matter how hard they try? And there's several factors that come into play. And I want you to take notes as you're hearing this. Character. True leadership always begins with the inner person, right? Think about your character and who you are, right? Think about that. Relationships. You're a leader only if you have followers. And that always requires the development of relationships. right? How I mentioned, we're going to be talking about connecting and prospecting, and that comes with relationship people. This is a relationship business, always. And you're always going to add people to your list. You can type in the chat, do you guys have a working list of people that, and a list for network marketing, for those of you who are super new, is a list where you're writing down people, kind of just emptying your mind on paper, and Isagenix has a great a tool for that. So think about that, and then knowledge, what they know. What do you know? And information is vital to a leader. You need to grasp facts and understanding of dynamic factors and timing and a vision for the future. And knowledge alone won't make someone a leader, but without knowledge, no one can become one. And then intuition, also what you feel. Leadership requires more than just a command of data. It demands an ability to deal with numerous intangibles. In fact, that is often one of the main difference between managers and leaders alone. Leaders seek influence, intangibles, such as energy and momentum. And then two more, experience. What is your experience been? And this is so great to think about when you're posting on social media, sharing your experience and being of service as well. The greater the challenge you face as a leader in the past, the more likely followers are to give you a chance in the present. And I know that to be very true. And okay, so with that said, guys, what I want you to do right now is I want you to think about what you're passionate about. Okay, think about something that you're passionate about, aside from Isagenix, aside from network marketing. Think about things that you're passionate about right now, anywhere from 3 to 5 things that you feel really, really passionate about. So for me, just to give you some examples, and you can even type in the chat of things that come to your mind. So for me, dance is a passion. Having fun is something that's really passionate for me. Any kind of movement, traveling, my children, water sports, dancing. Yeah, keep typing them, guys. Your children, mindset, horses, this is great. Hiking, animals, workouts, awesome. So keep thinking about that. I've done this. I feel like I do this exercise often because it's going to help you in so many different ways. So now you wrote down like a few things that you're passionate about. Now, with what you're passionate about, I want you to think about what you're really good at in terms of how you can offer value on that, okay? So if you wrote like, and be of service, value and be of service, where you can teach people, right? So I remember Lisa DeMeo doing a call about this specific exercise that we're going to do. And during the pandemic, she became passionate about gardening. And she actually talked about how she entered a group and learned about gardening. And then she shared what she learned and met people that way. Because right now, we're all online for the most part, right? I mean, it is for here in Jersey, and I'm pretty sure Canada is the same way. But there's so many people that we can reach online if we're really intentional about it, okay? So I do that in terms of groups, okay? Now, what I'm gonna share with you guys, you can do this through any social media platform that you use. So there's so many different social media platforms, right? But the specific one that I'm gonna utilize today is gonna be through Facebook, okay? So people are still sharing what they're passionate about. Oh, yeah, thanks. You're welcome, Lisa. Okay, so you found out what you're passionate about, and I'm gonna show you what I exactly do. So I'm gonna use dance. I gotta share my screen first. So a big reason I feel that I got to where I am in terms of network marketing is because I was able to grow my network massively, and I actually did it through YouTube at first. So I was super, super passionate about dance. I still am. And what I did was I started seeing people on social media in the Zoomer world like share choreography, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so awesome. Like I want to do that too. So I really had no idea what I was doing in terms of like how YouTube worked. But what I did was I shared my choreographies on the channel, and I started connecting with people from all over. And I kept consistently doing that, sharing, and I met a massive amount of people, literally from all over the world, and my network really, really grew. So you guys can do that too. So whether it be your children, I'm thinking about one girl specifically on our team. Her name's Lauren Silverman. She joined the Peloton group, but she's really she's really great at like creating clothes, and she's really good at tie-dye. So she got her 100th century, and if you're, whether, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Peloton, I'm sure many of you are, but she got her 100th ride t-shirt, and she's really great at tie-dye. So what she did was she showed her Peloton t-shirt tie-dyed, and then said, if anyone's interested in seeing how I did this, and then it had a, she shared the link to her Instagram, and she connected with people that way. That's just one of the many, many examples out there in terms of what you can do and what you're good at and how you can share. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. A lot open. You guys can keep thinking about what you're, you can just tune into like what you can offer value to. Just give me a second while I thought I had it set. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, here we go. You know, as much as I've used Zoom and done trainings online, I feel like it's just always another version. Okay, so I started doing it before you guys came on. So basically, this is what I'm going to give you guys a lot of time to do. So I'm using Facebook, but again, you can literally use any social media platform. Like in this, I mean, it can work on Instagram, but I'm basically showing you here because Facebook, like there is just so many groups. So what I'll do is I'll start typing in things in the chat just in case some of you, is anybody like, does anyone not have a Facebook account? Because if you don't, then this will be the time, during this time you can create one. But I live in New Jersey, so I'm going to do dance New Jersey. I'm just gonna start typing things in the chat. Dance New Jersey. Okay, here we go. So then there's going to be, so you're typing that right in the search bar, and then there's going to be just a bunch of groups and stuff that pop up, okay? So gallery of dance, Dance New Jersey, I'm gonna put groups. Okay. So New Jersey Dance, there's 990 members. So I'm gonna click on this, and then I'm gonna just start looking in the group. So basically, when you guys are looking in your groups, you can just literally type in so many different versions of anything that you want. So I'm gonna like just start looking and making sure that the group is active and there's people posting or like posting in there. So basically, if the date was like January of last year, you need a different group. So so that might be a group that like I join, and then I'm gonna do Dance New Jersey again. And there we go. And just keep looking. So what I want you to do is, here's another one. I feel like, I think, Diane, is this the one, maybe one that you created? So what I want you to do is I'm gonna have you take at least the, you're just going to become a member and join groups where you can offer value in eventually once you become a member, okay? So me on Facebook specifically, and then we'll come back.
So Tara, how long do you want us to do this for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, I've got a 5-minute timer and I'm gonna do it twice. Because that's 10 minutes because I'm a mathematician. Thank you. That's all.
Hey, Chris, can you stop the timer for a second? I want to show them something. Okay, guys, if you're like in your work mode, that's fine. That's fine. Keep going. But I have to show you something. So you have to forgive me because as I was searching, the groups weren't coming up, and I know why. So to the left, when you go to the search, there's all of these filters. Okay. And when you click on groups, that's where they'll all pop up. I was looking, as I was scrolling, I was like, this doesn't look like it was supposed to look. So you can click on groups and then do your search, okay? So now there's tons and tons of groups. So for those of you who knew like how to do this, awesome. And for those of you who are like, this doesn't look right, this is why. So now I can like click on these groups and then join. Okay, but you can still kind of see what's going on in the group as well. Obviously, I personally wouldn't want to join that one because I don't have young dancers, and that's not something I would want to do, but maybe like South Jersey belly dancers, if I was into that. So let's just look at South Jersey belly dancers. 134 members is actually not bad, depending on like, because you can get like really, good connections, but you join the group, kind of check it out. So I just wanted to show you guys that and continue on. Thanks, Chris.
Just about 30 seconds left, everybody. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
All right, guys, you can finish up, and I'm actually laughing at what Alex said in the chat. He said, does anyone else feel like they need a passion? So I want you to think about not even just what you're passionate about. We all have something that we can offer value on, right? We have something that like we're good at, or a hobby. Maybe it's just like different wording for you. But basically what you want to do in these groups is offer value, offer something. Like, it doesn't have to be something so dramatic. I mean, pouring bleach on a black shirt and making it tie-dye isn't really, you know, it's that simple. I sometimes think that we complicate things, and you absolutely, like, if you're on this call right now, you have some sort of passion in you and you can offer some sort of value. So yeah, it's not that serious. It really just isn't. I mean, it's just not. And we're just like, we're so much more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. And when it comes down to doing this type of work, it's really just taking the action behind it, no matter what. Like, nothing is going to happen unless we actually do something, right? We can talk about, you know, reasons why it won't work or anything, but it's things happen in the action. And I always think about this quote from Eric Worre. I probably use it in any sort of training that I ever do, but it's action neutralizes negative emotions. Okay, so if you think about the thoughts in your head around social media or connecting in groups or whatever it is, or even life, because I truly feel like life and this business are very parallel. But so we have frustration, fear, we're uncomfortable, all those things, but they're just going to stay there if we do nothing. But in the action, in the posting, in the asking, in the talking, in the moving the needle every day, the action neutralizes that negative emotion. So then you feel more of the excitement. And that's why I love doing state changing exercises, which we're going to do right now. So, okay, you guys can put your phones down, put your pens down, just kind of shake it out. I learned this one from Tony Robbins. It's breath work. So what you'll do is you're breathing in and out, in and out your nose. You're doing that 10 times. And then you're taking a nice deep breath and then exhaling it. But what we're doing is we're doing it with our arms. So it's like you're grabbing and pulling down. So it's and we're gonna do that 10 times and then take a deep breath and then exhale. So here we go, guys, shake it out. And take a deep breath in and exhale. So when you do anything like that, and then just feel your body for a second. Do you just feel the energy moving? It's just a different state that we're in. You feel a little bit different than before. We'll do my last state change before we end the call. So, okay, a couple of things I want to read before I have you guys do the next part of the exercise. So another law, it's law number 10 in that book that I was telling you about. And if you guys didn't hear me talk about the book, it's the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. So this one is the law of connection. And I'm always thinking about coming from a place of service when I meet someone, right? It's not, and I said this in the beginning, it's not like, how can I get them into Isagenix? How can I get them to buy the products or do the business or blow out my leg, right? It's not that. And I was thinking specifically of a woman that I met this weekend, and she sat next to me, and you know, she had Isagenix all over her just by what she was saying. Like, she was talking about how she was feeling, she was talking about intermittent fasting and just all these things, but like, I didn't, you know, I didn't say anything specifically right then and there. It just wasn't the time, but I absolutely have her phone number, and we're meeting later for coffee. So, but I genuinely like her, right? I genuinely want to talk to her. So leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand, okay? Leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. And you can't move people to action unless you first move them with emotion, right? So when I think about those things that I asked you what you're passionate about, like a lot of the times we connect with people who have similarities that we like, right? So, you know, I love intermittent fasting and so does she. Like we just had something to connect on, but we were also at this beautiful event together where we wanted to become better people. So you develop credibility with people when you connect with them and show them you genuinely care and want to help them, right? So that's where this specific exercise for the groups come into play, right? Because we're going to offer value on something, right? And it's going to be fun. Let's have a little fun. I feel like we're so tight and like, I don't know what to do. I don't have any passions, you know, but like let loose and have fun. And that's why I like doing those state changing exercises. Successful leaders take the first step and make the effort to continue building relationships. We're always building relationships, always adding onto your list, day in and day out. Learn names, make yourself available, tell them how much you appreciate them, and the most important thing, listen to them. I think it was Jeff Combs who says the most beautiful sound to a person's ear is their first name. But like offering gratitude to people, right? Whenever you're feeling sad about something in your life, I think one of the first things I always tell people to do is, you know, offer some love and gratitude to someone else, because it kind of takes it away off of you. And then, you know, I feel like we do this with birthday messages for those of you, and I always do this in the beginning with my team when we do power hours. It's like, you know, whose birthday is it today? Like sending a video or a voice note saying happy birthday. And a lot of people don't take the time to do that. And people are so appreciative to that. And I actually, and people like then go on your page, and I've had people start a program specifically just from birthdays. To lead yourself, use your head. To lead others, use your heart. Like we talked about that. Connect with yourself first. I feel like before we put out a post, or I mentioned this before, like it's really important to see how you're feeling first, because your energy will absolutely transmute into anything that you share, how you speak, you know, things like that. Communicate with openness and sincerity. Don't try to be like anyone else. It's a waste of a lot of energy. You absolutely should use people for inspiration, but really like no one can say or do things exactly how you can do them. Know your audience. Know the people that you actually really want to connect with, and that goes in terms of like who you want to work with in your business. When you think about that, live your message. If you're putting a message about, you know, whatever your message is, so I like to put a message out about, you know, 70-30 eating. Like I love my wine, I love my food, but then I'm also going to like eat healthy as well and utilize the products. And I truly live that message, and I put that in my posts. And also the things that you like and are good at and are passionate about, don't just work with the group, they'll work across the board with your posts when you can't think of anything to post or videos. Go where they are. So that's what we're doing right now. We're going where these people are that you want to connect with, where you can offer that value. Focus on them, not yourself. I think we make a lot of things so much about us. It's never about us. So when you're nervous to post, or you're don't want to try a new social media or app or do a video, I think we're making it about us. Believe in them and give them hope, right? I feel like we do that in this business. I mean, the company Isagenix is so amazing, but then just in the business of network marketing and what we learn, personal development with a compensation plan attached to it, I feel like that's exactly what we are. So hopefully some of that helped. And I feel a lot better than I did in the first 15 minutes of this call. So, okay, what we're gonna do now is, you are going to post in these groups. You're going to comment on things in the groups. So I will share my screen again just to give you a little bit of example. I always say training live and training through technology are just two different beasts in my opinion. So I don't know if anyone else was listening. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Zoom. I'm gonna go to, this is a group, don't stop moving. This is actually a group that we created when the pandemic first started. So you guys are more than welcome to go in there and process if you want. But like this is something that I'll post something about a fitness class, or maybe I'll put one of my classes in here, right? And that's how I connect with people. I've connected with so many people specifically, not just from this group, but like so many groups. There's so many virtual classes online. And right now it's endless of what you can find online. So I want you to go in a group that you're in right now, and I want you to post. I want you to take the time and start liking and commenting on other people's posts. Like, oh my gosh, this class looks so fun. Like, I love your hat. Like, just go nuts. And then, you know, and then your goal is to get them to be friends and have the communication back and forth. So we have to start somewhere, right? You have to start somewhere. And this is one specific thing that you can do consistently day in and day out and meet people. So I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes to do that. I'm just going to stay in here and show you a couple things while you guys are doing it if you're not sure. This looks like a great workout. And then, you know, find their names and you can connect with them. Okay, guys, go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing. And if also, guys, if you have questions, you can put them in the chat. I just want to touch upon a few of these questions, and then we can go back. But if you guys are just in your work mode, you can keep on going. So I just a few questions that I want to touch on. So Karen, and thank you for posting these questions, guys, because I feel like if you have them, other people do. Oh, I just lost it. What happened? Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Someone was saying that they had, oh, here we go. They had a hard time converting into friends and feel weird about sending a friend request. So that's why I always say you have to offer value and post content in the group specifically. So liking and commenting is great, but you specifically posting something of value that will help them. So I'm going to go back to the videos that I posted. If you guys go back to my YouTube videos, they just weren't the best at all. I was not the most fit, not the most experienced, but I kept putting them out. So, and the people that you friend request are the other people that are posting in the group. So it's easy. You like send a friend request saying, I love what you had to share. We're in the same group. It's really that simple. And then you have to do this day in and day out. It's a part of just what you do every single day. And then I heard you say, okay, when you started posting Isagenix, did you just dive in or slowly start telling people the difference in your life? I mean, I was probably the worst. My sister remembers very much. Like I didn't want to post or share anything until then I just started to. But I also didn't want to live the life that I was living. So I just did it. Like I did it messy. I did it weird. Like the posts that I sent, like were just horrible. Like the messages that I inboxed people were just, they were just terrible, but it didn't matter because you can't say the right thing to the wrong person or vice versa. And what content should we have on our profiles to spark interest? I reach out to many people and don't get replies. Just to let you know, people aren't going to reply. It's part of the business. It's going to happen. There's a book that's called Go for No, because there's people who will, and the ones who will are going to be the ones who actually, are going to help expand your business too. Okay, so I want you guys to take another 5 minutes, and what you can do is be the person who posts in the groups, right? And it doesn't have to be anything long, drawn out post. Like just offer a little value. Put a quote, like put a video, something that you would want to see, right? And then when you when you're offering friend request the people who are posting in the groups, and it's so easy. You just go in a group and like if you read something that you like that someone posts, like, hey, I love that post you put up. Do this day in and day out, even for just 3 people, one post and reaching out to 3 people over time, the compound effect will be really amazing. Okay, guys, another 5 minutes. Or maybe less, Chris, I don't know.
Let's go 3 minutes.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, guys, it looks like it's almost time. I just wanted to read a little something before I pass it back over to Chris. This is from Robin Sharma. I actually really love him. Robin Sharma, if you've never heard of him. We look for excuses. If we look for excuses, we will find them. If we recite our excuses long enough, they become a part of our belief system. It's not about can you, it's about will you. And life is too small to play, life is too short to play small with your bigness. You know, there's tons of income producing activities that we can do for this business. And what I feel like it really comes down to is the mindset behind every action that we take. And if we're willing to take that action consistently long enough to get to the place where we want to be. And, you know, my sister shared something yesterday, and it said, if you want to be successful, you must embrace the boredom of consistency. If you want to be successful, you must embrace the boredom of consistency. These things are easy to do and they're easy not to do. And I just feel like, I keep saying life is so short, but it is. And we have something really special to share in terms of this business, this company, this community, these products, this opportunity. And who are we not to share them? So once we can master us and our emotions and get past anything that we have in our head about what we're doing, I think that's where the true success can come. And I hope you got some value out of today. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of this. And thank you so much, Chris, and all corporate, again, for all you do.
Tara, thank you so much. I absolutely just adore you and your work ethic and what you put forth out there. I don't know if you guys could hear me. I realized I wasn't muted and I was whistling along to the music. Did you guys hear that? I'm sorry for the distraction. Hey, thank you. I just wanted to share a couple things really quick. Again, I typed this in the chat, but Tara referred often to that John Maxwell book. It's called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. It's an amazing book. It's available out there on the line all over the place. But that's what it's called. And then just a couple of the main takeaways that I got. Action neutralizes negative emotion, right? And I put that in alignment kind of as I categorized my notes of coming from a place of service. So being in action and then being of service in that same realm, what a powerful tool that can be. And that's the approach that Tara has taken. And that's why she's got such tremendous respect and success, is because she's always coming from a place of service and getting into action. And then remember also, connect with yourself. Connect with yourself first. But once you've connected with yourself and now you're working to connect with someone else, focus on them, right? You know you're good to go. Now focus on them. Don't focus on yourself when you're reaching out with someone else. It's just some important pieces to look at. Now, we have before tomorrow, because this is Grow Week, it's time to do work. Create an engagement post on social media. We've been doing that right here. Message 20 or more people and schedule 5 or more conversations. So keep that going, do some homework, keep at it. And then I want to give you just a special little insight, because we've got some promotions we're doing, some fun stuff with the Penny app, okay? We want to make sure you have the Penny app, because that is the business tool that's propelling us into Isagenix 2.0. She is the assistant you've always dreamed of So if you don't have Penny app already, download it. And we've got this little slide here. There's a song that goes, it's her name is Penny. She's here to help you. I don't know if that's how it goes, but it sounds fantastic inside my head. So get Penny app, use Penny app to complete these tasks, okay? So we say here a minimum of 25 tasks every day in Penny. We're saying 20, but this is for free stuff. We are going to give away every day. So starting tomorrow, 5 winners. So everyone who completes the tasks through the Penny app, we're tracking all of that with your login and your Penny information. Tomorrow, we're going to give away 5 winners from everyone who completes it. And at the end of the week, whoever has completed the most tasks using the Penny app, we are going to give away a $100 gift card to ISASalesTools.com. So tomorrow, we're going to kick it off, and then all the way through Saturday, 5 winners per day for $20. And at the end, whoever does the most, 3 grand prize winners. So you want to make sure that you take full advantage of that. And tomorrow, we have another amazing leader that's going to show up, help us do work during the Power Hour of Grow Week. It is Bethany Krause. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you and your teams have registered at isagenixgrow.com. It's available at isagenixzoom.net. And for those of you that have registered and you're here, we're going to send you a recap email with some of the main hits, tips, and takeaways that Tara provided us. In addition to that, we're going to give you a link to the recording so that that's available for you. Just easy, quick reference. So if you've got anyone who's not participating in this and should be, make sure you invite them to get at it. All right. Now, as we come to a close, I want to give special gratitude to Michelle Hoybe. She's our sales support coordinator who facilitates all of the back end stuff, promotional stuff, all the different pieces to help make this Grow Week come into play. So thank you to Michelle. And now, as at an end, Tara, thank you for pouring into each and every one of us. If you will all just please, as we come to a close, give Tara some final gratitude. And just, Tara, we're just going to invite you for the next 15 seconds. Sit back, read it, enjoy. Everyone, thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you tomorrow, day 2 of Grow Week. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.